Okay guys, I'm here to review WrestleMania 12. A very good WrestleMania compared to the one that was before it. A pattern that we're going to see in the next few WrestleManias. So, WrestleMania 12. This thing is known for having the longest match in the history of WrestleMania on it. So, I'll get to that. WrestleMania 12. March the 31st, 1996 from the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California. So, our opening match of a 6-match card, because obviously there's one match that's going to go a full hour here, is a 6-man tag match. Vader, the British Bulldog, and Owen Hart versus Yokozuna, Ahmed Johnson, and Jake the Snake Roberts. Not a bad 6-man tag. It's 1.5 stars. It's not a terrible 6-man tag, but not a great one, but it's not horrible by any stretch. And stipulation going into this match was if Yokozuna's team won, then Yokozuna would get 5 minutes in the ring with Jim Cornette. Vader's team won, so that avoids that. Ugh, excuse me. So the next match is a match that started now, but then ended later, as it's a Hollywood Backlot Brawl, a unique concept that they never had after, and it's Roddy Piper versus Goldust. The entire thing, whether it be the starting and the finishing in the ring, plays out for the entire WrestleMania. As a entertaining thing, it's a 3 stars, and that's the rating is because of the entertainment factor. It's a bad match, and I grant you that. It's a bad match, and I grant you that. But it's a very entertaining spectacle, so that's why it's got 3 stars. And technically, there is no winner of it, technically. So, yeah, there is technically no winner. I guess you could technically say Piper is the winner, but there technically is no winner. So, it's a 3 stars for that. The third match, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Savio Vega. Another good match. Savio and Austin actually had some good matches in '96. Their strap matches are most memorable, though, from Beware a Dog in May of that year. But Austin wins after taking the $1 million belt to Savio Vega's head 2 times and then putting the $1 million dream on him. So, yeah, 2 stars here. Good match. So then we get the worst actual match on air, which is the Ultimate Warrior versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley. This is the Ultimate Warrior's return to the WWE after a 4-year hiatus, almost. Basically, this is not much. It's about a 1.5-minute squash. Warrior no-sells the pedigree and then pins Hunter Hearst Helmsley. There's also the debut of Sable and Mark Merrow happened here. But Merrow would not make his wrestling debut at Mania until WrestleMania 14 because of a knee injury he sustained about the time of WrestleMania 13. So then we get a match that is surprisingly for 2 big men very good. Undertaker versus Diesel. Probably of the Undertaker streak matches up to this point, probably his best one of the 5 that he had at this point. You know, 7, 8, 9, 11, and now this one. This is the best one of them. It's a 4-star match, actually. So, for what it is, it's a very, very, very good match. Probably not Kevin Nash's best WrestleMania match. I still say that's probably Shawn. You know, it's hard to say what Nash's best WrestleMania match is, but I think it's one of his better matches he had. Taker wins with the Tombstone. But this is still a very, very good match. So then we get ultimately what this whole show is built around. The first ever Iron Man match for the WWE Championship. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Shawn Michaels. For those of you too young who may be watching this video who don't know what an Iron Man match is, an Iron Man match is a match that goes for 60 minutes or an hour. And whoever's got the most decisions in that hour, via by pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification, wins the WWE Championship. WWE has done this match, I think, 2 times after this on pay-per-view, and they did 1 on SmackDown. So they've only had like 4 of these total. They've had certain kind of ideas with the Iron Man concept of a shorter time limit, but the 60-minute one's only been done 4 times, to my knowledge. So, like I said, this match goes an hour. It's a 5-star match, but here's the thing. This is the best pure match from a match quality standpoint, but not from a story to me. I don't really think there ever was much of a story to tell here. I think the match of Survivor 97 had the better story behind it. This match is really about Shawn Michaels is the only one with a story to tell in this match. You know, there's no real hatred at the time between Bret and Shawn yet, and there's no real story to tell here. So, that's why this is one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, but I don't think it deserves to be called the greatest. Because I think the greatest is something that really helped the WWE in long term. And I would argue that a match like Hogan and Andre is probably the greatest due to what it did and what it set up for WrestleMania 3. But I'm not taking anything away from this match, other than I will say this. I do not like Iron Man matches for one very simple reason. They are boring to sit through. Watching any match for an hour that is not the Royal Rumble, I get bored watching. The Rumble keeps me entertained for close to an hour. Iron Man matches here, you know there's going to be rest holds and stuff like that. And quite frankly, the crowd is dead in a majority of the time in Iron Man matches. So, but Shawn wins in overtime period because this match is the only Iron Man match in WWE history that's gone to overtime because after an hour, both men had not scored a decision. So, this match goes to overtime. And that's very interesting. Shawn wins in overtime with sweet chin music and gets the 1, 2, 3 and becomes the WWE champion. I was right booking decisions since Bret Hart was wanting to go off and do some TV shows and things like that. So all in all, this show gets a 15.5 out of a possible 30 stars. That's quite an improvement from WrestleMania 11, which only had 9 out of a possible 35. This had 6 matches, most of which are good, or at least watchable. So it's a very good show. In fact, under the letter grade, since it's right above 50%, it would be somewhere in the C range. So that's still better than WrestleMania 11, which was, I believe, I gave it a D-. The next year, though, WrestleMania 13. Oh my God. Do I not look forward to watching that show. I'll watch it for that review series, and I'll give you a review of it. But it is bad. That is the epitome of a one-match show. But I'll get to that in the review, and that'll be the next review in this series. That'll be the next review in this WrestleMania series. Interesting fact, it was also Yokozuna's last WrestleMania appearance. And if you like this will be in the WrestleMania review series playlist. If you like the video, the like button is down there. If you want to hit the like button down there, hit the subscribe button down there. Leave a comment if you want to, and thank you for watching. Bye.